Moleman's true accuracy missed out being nerfed from the recent update. We're going to investigate why that was the case. Eternity of Pain had a silent buff to rewards. Yes, buff to rewards. We're going to look into that. July 4th deals were misleading on their date based on some communication Kabam gave us. We're going to see how Kabam respond to that criticism. And Battlegrounds is back next week. Good day, you lovely lot. Welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Friday.
Achievement unlocked. Trophy earned. Loot box awarded. Whatever gets your dopamine going.
Anyway, yeah, that's a bit of a weird moment. I got an achievement, I think.
My body is CGI. They're going to fill it out in post.
Yep. Maybe not. Make sure as well to hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all, and remember later on, remember, I'm leaving that in, remember everybody, that later on, that we got the summoner canteen, summoner camp thing, so we're going to be doing some dissection videos later on today, if I remember. Now let's kick off the show with micro news. Micro news is a coverage of small little stories or small little bits of coverage. It doesn't need a further dissection because it's kind of like a quick, kind of like snappy thing. So first of all, missing Paragon calendar. I think this is John Law, as I know John Law, my friend John Law, I think. If not, then someone else. Hi John. Yeah, so the Paragon calendar is missing. You notice there, where's the shards? Where's the Cavalier shards? You know, that kind of stuff. Where is it? It's not there. So what happened with it? It just went. It seemed to be those that are like just Paragon seem to be the ones that are kind of like suffering from this, especially because I didn't see it anywhere else. This happened yesterday, early yesterday, and yeah, just completely missing. And where is it? And also there was, I think somebody had like a lost day of like the calendar, like maybe like somebody kind of like missed off some shards. In any case, Kabam were sort of aware of it, and yeah, they'll reset when the calendar resets. But there's missing stuff. There's missing shards potentially. What's going to happen with that? So we'll kind of find out at some stage whether or not there's going to be any compensation for those that lost out shards. Second bit of micro news, and it's Battlegrounds, the return of Battlegrounds, of course. It is back on Monday the 11th, so that is indeed in 3 days' time. This is very important, and also something important to mention is that instead of it being 4 weeks, it is now 2 weeks for Battlegrounds on its running time. So get your fill in whilst you can of that, but also rewards update. This is something that I've personally only been interested in because it's just been annoying. It's been annoying to kind of not see any decent chase rewards from this. But if you finish in a top 1000 battleground rating, then you'll get 17k tier 6 basic catalyst fragments, 13,500 tier 3 alpha fragments, and top 2,500 is 8,550 tier 6 basic fragments, and then it goes down to 6,750 tier 3 alpha catalyst fragments. And also matchmaking's being looked into. Will no longer start at 1,500 battle rating. All players start at Battlegrounds rating respective of their I think it's PRG level? Is it like your progression level? And Thronebreaker Paragon start with 300. So you have to literally work hard. That's a bit of a okay, fine, we've got to work for it, but it is what it is. And in case a few other things, scoring's improved. Attack HP remaining is only scored when a defender is defeated. Fight duration reduced from 120 seconds to 90 seconds. Reduced defender HP bonus 300 to 200%. I mean, this is good. This is all good. There's still a lot of stuff that still will need to be kind of addressed down the line, but you know, we'll kind of look at it as and when. But yeah, it's back on Monday, and it's back with better rewards. You do have to work hard to earn it, though. That's the only thing. Bolt SP2 is causing a little bit of concern. Now, there are people out there that enjoy Black Bolt. From time to time, when I got an opportunity to play Black Bolt, it'd be nice to kind of break out the Hitmonkey and Medusa synergy, just because like the punch, the crunch of damage is just so fine and delicious. But what if the champion had reverted back to its old abilities? I'm talking 2014 recoiling abilities. Of late, there's been a bit of a weird thing with Black Belt. Now, it's not something that I've been wanting to mention because it plays into the player's hands. Yes, this is a bug that positively impacts the player base. So I've been reluctant to kind of cover this, but because somebody already alerted Kabam, it's fine. It's now fair game. A good example of which can be found on screen. This is from a recent Karina's challenge. and we're going to see something showcased in a second. So as soon as the special attack is hit by Black Bolt, you can see there he is recoiling a lot of damage. Again, just kind of like focusing on some of those damage numbers. He is indeed taking a lot of damage. So again, just play it again. Pause right there. And you can see 13k damage. He is literally recoiling himself into oblivion, which is, as said, positive for the player base, especially if you're going up against a champion in some various different types of content. But Kabam were alerted back a couple of days ago about this being a bug, and even more so because if you go and check in game right now, so up to you if you want to check this, it says this, and I'm looking it down on the screen right now. It says great power comes at a price. Activating this ability consumes 5% of your maximum health. So it's technically in his abilities to do that. But those abilities have changed. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, they've indeed changed. So I saw this when, if you go and search up Black Bolt, some of the champion abilities on the MCC forums, you'll note under the special 2, it says same thing with here, that 70% chance to stun for 4 seconds, but also every hit of his multi-hit special 2 has a chance to inflict an armor break debuff, allowing you to stack up to 3 armor breaks for increased utility. Anyway, I said yes, that says the expert player notes, but no mention of the recoiling damage. And Kabam Jack says, thanks for letting us know about this one. The dev team is aware of this issue and is actively investigating, and let people know more information. So don't use Black Bolt, or don't rotate around the SP2, because you will take damage. Go and do content where Black Bolt is still in operation, because it means that you'll get some advantage if the champion throws an SP2. Do that. Next up, and Moleman. Yes, Moleman. His true accuracy no longer remains active while in frenzy mode. It does. It does at the moment, because reasons for Kabam. Look, a lot of people said and asked the question, Rich, why wasn't Moleman nerfed in the update? And to be honest, as I said, like, I don't think it's going to impact on the way that people play the champion and get the most out of the champion. But we want to know when it's going to be sorted out, because that's another key thing as well. And it turns out there was a bug or a mistake or an issue with changing Moleman. It's quite funny, this. So Kabam Jack says, I've been in discussion with the dev team about this. This was not intentional, and we're trying to see what happened and why. So it's likely this fix will still go into effect eventually. But as per my previous message on this thread, that isn't the end of the discussion. Internally, we've already started dialogue about the community sentiment on the change. And once we find the root of the issue, we can evaluate how to move forward. So, yeah, a clipping is still coming, and maybe changes in the future with this particular situation. I'll let you know whenever I know anything, but it's one of these things where there's more stuff to be finding out with the game that's going right or going wrong. Speaking of going right, though, Kabam silently buffed the Eternity of Pain rewards. Yes, excellent news, people. This is great. So for those at Thronebreaker, last month and last Eternity of Pain, you know, you kind of felt like, oh, could I got more out of this? And especially because you got 17 points, and you were like looking at the board going, oh, I wish we could have like better rewards for this. So what I did was I reached out to Kabam Jacks, the fantastic Kabam Jacks, and tried to find out, like, okay, well, where can we get as Thronebreaker players? That my question was like, okay, you know, is it going to be, you know, milestone 6 here where you do 12 points? And it would be kind of weird because we had like 17 points last time. But no, Eternity of Pain rewards, as I said, have been buffed. In that, Thronebreaker players can get up to milestone 7. So this is what Kabam Jax said to me, kind of like tagged me in. He said, it's the exact same as last season. Rewards were buffed, milestones work the same, so Thronebreaker players can achieve the same, but we'll get better rewards for them. So that is great news. It's great news for me, and I think it's a great bit of news for a lot of players that maybe are kind of looking to the future of their rosters, the future of their progression titleage, and yeah, it just goes on like a back-to-back kind of like bit of good news. And with the Cavalier event quest giving like a nice volume of tier 6 basic catalyst fragments and tier 3 alpha fragments, Battlegrounds coming back with this as well. This is really good. Like, well done Kabam on this. And I always kind of like think whenever something's gonna going well with Kabam, I kind of feel like that Simpsons moment.
Get ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
Oh, that reminds me, we've got Summoner Camp stuff announced later on. Good luck to us all. Good luck to us all. Now let's talk about misleading deals or misleading information or stuff that's not communicated well enough. If you saw the July 4th deals or the announcement for it and how that kind of went from a not mentioning anything other than July 5th, for a lot of players they may be looked at it and the same thing I looked at it, that look, July 5th was the end point of all these deals, and it wasn't the case. It was actually one set of things that are happening for non-spending players or kind of like unit spend is going to be on July 4th, and the grabbing the deals, so the spending deals, is July 5th. It's even more important because look, if you're late to the party and go, hey, I wanted to go and grab some unit deals from the store, where do I go and spend all those units because I say I can't afford to buy anything until the Tuesday, for example, but the unit store that was in, or the advanced bundles and whatever, which were kind of like on the main screen, are gone, then where do you go with your units? That's just, you're kind of like in a little bit of, you're in purgatory, you're in limbo, so to speak. So that's something that I definitely think that needed to be kind of like put in place by Kabam. You don't want to spend a load of money to find that, hey, that you can't get anything more with your chunk of units that you've got. But in any case, what Kabam planning to do about it? Like this is a good example here. This is like what Kabam kind of like should have put out in game. And Kabam Jack sadly has got to like bunt the kind of like the lumps from the player base. Because they had to put like something up. I did see that, this kind of like banner saying the tiered unit offers available Summoner Celebration sale only available until July 4th, and unlike the unit store offers available July 5th, which I kind of think is a bit weird that it's that way, but Kabam do be a bit weird. In any case, Kabam Jack says, I wasn't sent in an in-game message because the information wasn't necessarily incorrect. The two separate timers were just confusing. It pointed to 5th of July. Everything kind of like put around 5th of July. There was some wordplay which I don't think helped out players at all. And the time is still, time is Schmeimer, but it's like, it's how you kind of like, you throw something up as a, it's like promotion and how you kind of promote it. You promote stuff with factual information or information. The end point we're going to get to with this, because I didn't want to give like a substantial coverage of it, because there needs to be like an end point, and there is an end point. Kabam Jacks and the team, I think, are going to like review the way they do this in future, because it just needs to be a better representation of saying facts and factual stuff with that particular in-game mail. And Kabam Jack said, I wanted to let you know that the dev team are having discussions around if there is a way they can make the tiered deals accessible for players who missed that opportunity due to the unclear messaging. So does that mean that it could come back? It would be kind of annoying to a degree, but it kind of like, and I'm not gonna say in a big title thing, oh, do grind loads of units now, because look, we've been here before. I'm not going to get people's hopes up about this, but that's interesting. This doesn't guarantee anything, but I thought I'd let you know that it's on the radar in case you wanted to hang on to your unit surplus. I do think that it would be nice to do something. I just think that Kabam are going to have to play very, very carefully and give the player base a heads up, something that they don't tend to do with these things. But we'll see what happens in the future. Let's quickly do arena predictions, because I didn't do them on Wednesday because we didn't know who the featured was going to be. The featured is Loki and the basic is Toad. I'm going with a Loki for 40 mil, and that's the 6-star. The 5-star Loki, 25 mil. Toad is a 6-star, 62 mil, and Toad is a 5-star, 22 mil. I'm basing a lot of this off of the arena results recently for a lot of champions, and especially with a recent featured Beast Arena, which was just kind of all manner of weird, because I think it was like 30 odd mil in a featured, which was just insane. Also, thanks to those who support the channel as a YouTube member and as a Patreon. You're on screen right now. Appreciate you. Also, those who support us, twitch.tv/RichTheMan. Sub! Thanks very much for those who sub. Come on and sub to the channel. If you got Prime, come and Prime, and I'll see you later on. We're doing Cavalier difficulty on stream, and we'll be doing a little bit of Fall Guys, of course, tonight. Look forward to seeing you there. Much love. And check out some other content, and make sure later on, it's 10 AM PST, we're going to be dissecting the Summoner Camp, the Summoner Canteen Part 2, the new big summer confusing stuff that Kabam are going to milk a little bit too much. We'll see you there. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.